Hello there, welcome to my first full video. This is the first how to draw video, and today we're going to be doing the Monstrous Nightmare from How to Train Your Dragon, specifically the head. I'm going to teach you how to draw this specific head shape. So let's go to the front of our sketchbooks, and you can have either a pen or a pencil. I use one of these lead pens. These ones are actually got pretty good grip, and you'll obviously need a rubber. So we will be using guidelines. To start, we'll start with a simple circle for the main part of the head. So make sure to press lightly when you're drawing the circle. Like that. To draw the snout, how I do it is I use an oval. We might need to change the oval slightly as we go along, but that kind of just varies on where we continue. Something like that. Now I know it may look like a duck, but if you remember, the Monstrous Nightmare has quite a long snout, so this might need to be just a little bit longer. I might need to make it more round at the end, like that. These guidelines will be rubbed up by the end. If you don't want to rub them out, just show you how you draw them. That's how I tend to do it, but anyway. So now for the eyes, we're going to try and start it where the tear ducts start. So if we draw it about like there, and then we'll start with the right eye, our left, it's right. So draw it kind of so it comes up to the edge of the circle, and then bring it back down, and then connect it back up with this, and do the same around here. But make this one slightly thinner, so, and slightly smaller, so that it looks like the head is like when we're looking at it, it looks like it's like looking at us from the side. You can thin the eye or make the eye bigger, it's up to you. Then we draw the eyelids, which should be like that. And then so bring it round underneath the eyes. I'm gonna draw the eyes squinting. You can draw them however you want. Then just gonna do like little slits for the actual pupils of the eyes, like that. Again, pupils are up to you. You can make them thicker. I'm just going to use them as little slits so we can get a more evil looking Monstrous Nightmare. Then we'll draw a little bit of where the eyes would come down, like that. Then for the jaw, you can bring it around and connect it to the oval, like that. And for the rest of the snout, you just want to bring it around, follow the guidelines, and then connect it back up to the eyes. We might want to make the snout just slightly thinner, like about that. Then you'll want to rub out any mistakes you've made. It's fine if you made plenty of mistakes. There you go. Now for the mouth, first start off with a simple line. We're going to try and draw the Monstrous Nightmare like it's smiling. And just bring it back up like that. If it does look a bit thick, that's fine. This is just a rough sketch. This is not going to be too over the top. Now, to start, we'll do the horn in the center of its face. Draw a little kind of curve, and draw it up, then back over like that, then back in, and then tuck it around like that. Now the horn can be as smaller as one. I'm actually going to make it a little bit smaller. It can be as long or as thin as you want, or you don't have to draw it. if you want to, you can skip past this part. There we go, that looks better. Okay, now for the teeth. The Monstrous Nightmare has only really visible upper teeth when its mouth is closed, so it has some pretty big teeth, so just draw plenty of teeth shapes like that. And when you get closer to the front of the mouth, you want to like curve it more into the actual snout. You can make them as thin or as wide as you want. In my suggestion, I would probably make some of them like different lengths and then different widths. Like some teeth you might want to make like really thin like that, or like this quite thick. And then just as you get to the edge of the mouth, kind of make them smaller, and then maybe pack them together. I could just look at abundance of teeth. And then to get to about this circle guideline, that's where you end where the teeth would be. You can make as many or as little teeth as you want. This is just a quick practice just to show you. And we'll just curve the mouth a bit more like that. And we'll curve it like that to add the underbite. And then bring it round. And then we'll add like tips of the teeth coming around from this side. Like that. Now the Monstrous Nightmare does have horns, but for now we're just going to stick to the face. So you want to draw, to get like the little muscle in the center of the face. And kind of like you're drawing a claw, and then bring it back up to the center of the face. To make the face look a little thinner, what I like to do is add where the skull would be. Like if this thing had a skull, which it does, but you want to bring it like that. And you want to draw an outline for the back of the head, which would just be above the eyes. Considering the Monstrous Nightmare has pretty cartoonishly large eyes for its thin skull. Then for its nostrils, you want to just make them, again, similar to this shape, but just and curve it around. Make sure it's behind the teeth. There you go. And then for this one, you just curve it like that, and then back in like that. Now I won't go too much into shading when it comes to like the major detail. I'm just going to show you how to draw the main outline of it. It's here where we can start rubbing out the guidelines. You want to be very light, because if you can go redraw some of the stuff I've just drawn over, because if you drew them lightly, then you can go back over the previous scale drawings like that. There you go. I haven't rubbed out all of them, but this is just an example. And then for the horns, what I like to do is tend to draw a quick shape of how I want the horns to be drawn. So draw a little line like that. And again, for this side, you want to kind of mirror that. So that's, in a way, what I want the horns to look like. They might go off the page. I might need to make them a little bit taller like that. And then do something that mimics that on the other side. Make it thicker, but then as it gets to the top of the horn, just like enclose it a bit more. The horns may not look exactly as you want. Just about here, bring it so it goes like that. There you go. And then back on this side, do the same thing where it's, again, copying that so that it goes to the top. You might want to make the horns a little bit closer together, so that, and then curve them a bit so that it looks like it's part of the face. Then to get more texture to the horns, just like draw little lines that would follow the curvature of the horns. You can add as many or as little lines as you want. These bits are optional. And then do the same thing. You might, if you're gonna do the lines, try and make them about the same. Try and keep as many, like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Try and make them closer together as you get more closer to the top. Then for the side horns, we'll start with this side, just down and then bring it back up like that. And then do the same thing, make sure it gets thicker as you get to the bottom. And then for this side, you might want to do it a little thicker because again, it's closer to us, so it's going to be a bit bigger for us. Just like that. Again, do like little curves on it to give a bit more texture to the horns. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So kind of do the same thing on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. And to make it look more attached to the face, you could do the eyes behind it or the eyes in front. And there you go. For the neck, it's literally just a simple line. So to get with the neck, we'll start from here and then bring it down like that, because he's got quite a cartoonishly thin neck. And then curve it slightly back and then follow that line. Then what you want to do, because it's got a pattern on its neck, start from the same point as the bottom one, but then go back outwards and then down. To add like a pattern on the underbelly of the neck, just draw small little lines like that. There you go. Now they do have spines on the back of their neck and pretty much on the whole back of the body. So first, just draw little spines like that. You can make them smaller as it goes up the neck, but as it goes down the neck, make them slightly bigger. Each one like slightly bigger than the last. They do have more abstract scale, like patterns on the back, but I'm just doing it simple just so you can understand. And that's pretty much it. That is how you draw, or how I draw the Monstrous Nightmare. If you practice enough, this has actually become simple to draw. You can literally just draw it from a circle, an oval, and you just need to add the details on top. If you can remember what the Monstrous Nightmare looks like from the film, if you're a fan of How to Train Your Dragon, then you can just go on top of it. And this is really a cool thing to show your friends, like, and if you can show them, that's cool. If they want to learn how to do this, then show this to them. Again, like the eyes and the detail on the horns and the spines, kind of your choice. You can make them as thin or as sharp as you like, but you can add scaling, you can add extra texture. I'll do a separate video on how to do the shading, but this is just how to draw the simple shape of the head. And if you want how I do it, is I sign it just so I can, you know, make sure that people know that this is mine. And then I tend to write the year that I made this, just to date it. And there you go. And I tend to write what it's called. I'm dyslexic, so if I spelled monstrous wrong, don't point it out. Actually, no, do point it out, because I want to know how you spell it. There you go. That is how I draw the Monstrous Nightmare. I don't really know how to end a video. I'm just going to end it like that. Show it to as many people as you want, and there you go. Hope you've learned something with me today. And hopefully I could show you how I draw Toothless, or the Nadder, or maybe even like all the other dragons. I think the next one I might do is Toothless. So the Toothless or the Gronkle. Let me know which dragon you want to see me draw, and if you want to learn how to draw it. Or maybe if you just want to learn something completely different that's not a dragon. I might even show you how I draw human faces, like I did with the narrator drawing. Well, I shall see you guys later. Thank you very much for watching. And if you liked it, I think you know what to do. And thank you so much for how many people have subscribed to me. And just thanks for everything. And if you want to keep following, I'm not going to tell you what to do. But have a good day and practice this. And who knows, maybe you'll become fluent in it. Bye-bye.